Okay, match number three. Game number one, match number three. We have the Mushrooms against Yangvengers. So apparently a couple of Andrew Yang fans over here and some Joe Rogan fans on the blue team. With Anna banned out immediately. Mushrooms and DMT apparently pretty big for our blue team over here. And it's support ban time. So seriously, the teams over here, they really focus a ton on those support bans. Is the Gazlord going to be banned out? Are we going to see Diva eliminated? What do you think?
On Infernal, Diva, both of them are really good in Infernal, but I think we might just be sticking with heroes like the Diablo, perhaps. We've been seeing very focused, the Garrosh, perhaps. Oh, that's fair. He's been pretty popular in the last couple of games.
But Jimmy ban on Infernal Shrines? I mean, he's good, but...
Yes, Exterminator will sort of help clear.
I like the hero, don't get me wrong. But
yeah,
first ban? Really?
See, that's more sensible. The Chromie makes a lot more sense here.
Yeah, I'm not doubting that Jimmy is insane. I mean, again, the hero is great, but I still wouldn't put him into one of the early ban spots considering what they all left open. I mean, this is pretty much... If they value Gazlo in any way, they can still take him. Dibble gets picked by as this time too. Okay.
So
Diablo first pick. Someone wants to bounce some heroes around.
In terms of heroes we have been seeing, I don't have a huge amount of info on Yangvengers. We're going to be seeing Greymane and Garrosh to start off with, very sensible. In fact, the only detail I really have on them is that their team captain is Alicia, which is an StarCraft 2 professional, but much faster drafting coming in from Mushroom RPG. And this might be due to the fact that they have a lot of experience, including HGC professional Crow, who played on heroes like Didong, who qualified for HGC Korea Beyond the Game in 2019, is currently playing on the top Korean green team in Gold League, Tsunami, Beyond the Game. And also Jackpot is another player who played in the Open Division as well. On my personal favorite team going into Open Division, Trog is Best, who were able to qualify for Open Division.
Yeah, World Cyber Games had that. Beyond the Game. That was their theme. Oh, if you ever worked the World Cyber Game, honestly, after like day 2, you want to kill yourself when you hear that song. It's insane. It's just like, please, anything else. Anything else. Give me elevator music. I don't care.
Yeah, also, in terms of the player names, I kind of can't on the other side because Google Translate only translates 2 of the names. We have Junsik Yang and we have Sangyeon Ein Pepper Farm.
Yeah, I think the name of the players are Diablo, Leoric, Alexstrasza, Greymane, Garrosh, Tychus, and Malfurion.
On the right-hand side, I think you might be right. For Yangvengers, I'm pretty on board for you there, as we do see Tychus being played by Counterfelt, the one name I can read.
Yeah, as I said, my Hangul still exists, but it's a little bit rusty, and I'm not that quick. They just started the game snappy as we went in. But yeah, we got Tychus again. I'm really happy with the Tychus pick. One of the reasons why we see him on Infernal Shrines is also that Odin is, of course, fantastic when you're fighting for the objective. The same is also true for Alexstrasza with her Dragon Queen. Tassadar and Sylvanas both come in. It's a pretty solid setup here. Of course, playing quite around the Alexstrasza pick a little bit. And Jojo Garrosh! Look at that! We get a side lane Johanna with a level 4 talent. Me likey. Okay.
Me likey too.
Literal double tank at this point. That's gonna be cool. Let's see what she picks on 10. Both definitely possible here. Either way, game number 1. We got the Mushrooms going up against the Yangvengers, ladies and gentlemen. Infernal Shrines. Game number 1, let's go. We got Dren on Leoric, Dula on Alexstrasza, Jackpot on Sylvanas, Capybara on Diablo, Praise the Sun on Tassadar, and I let you introduce the red team, Tetcher.
And we have Greymane, Garrosh, Malfurion, Johanna, and Counterfelt playing Tychus. I'm not even going to attempt. Khaldor has the knowledge to actually translate these, but they're long. So we're not gonna.
Exactly. For longer names, I actually need a second to go through that. And I'm gonna be honest, I got a cup of coffee in front of me, so I can't be bothered. That time
I'm trying to cheat with Discord, but only one of them has an English name inside a Counterfelt, and it's Ruat, and Ren is dead!
The 5-man brawl in mid lane. Love it. all go for it, and Leo is the first one to die. Did he die or did he activate his trait? Discuss.
There's a charge. They're still going for this. Leoric respawns. They tried to go for the turnaround play. Leoric nearly dies a second time, and it will finally make its way up to soak top lane.
I'm a little bit suspicious here. Do we have a Leoric or do we have a Leoki? That's the big question. Already the first medallion is getting used, so Alexstrasza just used hers as she was a bit afraid of Garrosh moving in here. Jojo, as expected, has taken to the side lane. Now, the reason why you see a double tank here is that Jojo is first of all great on the map, but she's also pretty solid when you're talking about wave clear in general with her level 4 talent choice. So she can actually side lane. You don't see it a whole lot, but this is definitely one of the heroes that can do that, and she could be a cool addition in those team fights too. I mean, it makes it for a beefy front line. You have either another good CC that you can add with your level 10, or you can jump onto the backline Alexstrasza and try to apply some damage there. We've seen actually a lot of Falling Sword against Ana players in particular.
It makes a lot of sense as well, because the fact that Falling Sword does allow you to is very rough to take when you're a main tank, because you need to be protecting a team, and Falling Sword kind of necessitates diving. So if you are going for if you are an offlane though, you have a main tank who is currently dying. Garrosh is going to be focused down. He will actually escape though, despite the hard chase from Jackpot. But because of the fact that they do have Garrosh here, Johanna has a little bit more freedom. She doesn't have to play that hard defensive game, so she can actually dive with Falling Sword, which means she can try and wait this game out and get that insane Heaven's Fury on level 10.
Yeah, I think on Europe, the player that plays the most Falling Sword lately is Wit. He pretty much, as main tank, commits to it every single time that he sees on the other side in Ana. So yeah.
That's fair.
Traditional setup, by the way, for Tigers. Again, press the advantage, brought the heroes back into the meta and makes him playable on that level. But on level 4, we have, as we see most of the time, the better talent for any kind of burst setups. The bigger they are, Greymane is going to be the one to try and capitalize on that with a quick kill. Then later on the level 4, the Eternal Retaliation. This is where the cooldown reduction for Jojo comes in when she goes for the wave clear.
What are we going to see from Greymane heroic-wise? It should probably be Cursed Bullet, but this is going to overlap a bit with the bigger they are, both of which benefit from higher health enemies. They do have Leoric and Diablo to split, but is there a chance we might end up seeing go for the Throat to try and capitalize on the bigger they are instead of potentially layering their percentage damages and losing value?
It's actually a good question. I think we're still going to see Bullet. If you can pretty much burn down Diablo in any situation immediately, or anybody else, you can, yeah, like here for example, then you are going to be in a great spot. But of course, they could really just go for the throat here. Nice mace to the face from Leo. He gets the kill and nearly gets the second one against Greymane. He might still get that one. Oh, close call, my friend.
Jackpot arrives to join up with the team on the fight. Big heal as the dragon is popped here. Going to heal up as best as they can and try and get as much race as possible. That was close for Johanna. Will back away as we see Electric Fence for the second time today. Also, we haven't mentioned it yet, that's a Scion Fusion at level 1 for Tassadar.
Yeah, true. Not going into the queue over here. Get the Blessed Momentum, so a little bit more cooldown reduction for Jojo. And we have the Combat Tactician, actually.
Nice.
Okay. Let's go, ladies.
Cooldown reduction on minigun, meaning always having that bigger they are up. Doesn't matter how many times you heal Diablo. Everyone is basically going to end up being dropped to 30% health is the plan here.
By the way, what was that Punisher fail? What?
Yeah, that was
Is this team? Hello? On that level, you should be able to bait a Punisher over the wall. That is not quite... Yeah, now you eat way more damage than you should. That's on you.
Yeah. Front wall's dead, half health on the fort. That feels rough. They finish it off before it gets the next jump, but that is a rough time. You see the focus trying to get Johanna on the rotation, but the joy of Johanna offlane is it's Johanna offlane. She's basically ungankable because she's always immortal.
Yeah, also... down at the bottom of the map. Camps, again, camps are taken in general now again, but they are trying to go for the neutral one at the bot. Jojo, yeah, she's just like making the rotation right now, and honestly, that cooldown reduction is just a work of art. It's beautiful. She has it on level 4, she has it on level 7, so now she's just going for time and time again, trying to clear those waves as quickly as she can. You can see it also on the siege damage. She's sitting on the exact same numbers that Leo has, so 42,000 for her.
Good scout there by the Extraza, preventing a hard engage. Iron Skin. Johanna says goodbye.
I mean, again, you got the cooldown. She doesn't even have to use the medallion at any point, but she still has it up, as you can see at the overlay towards the top. So no problem there. But we're waiting for the next objective. And of course the level 10 abilities, which are kicking in still a bit quicker for the mushrooms here. And that gives us Lifebinder, but also the obligatory Entomb and Lightning Breath. Yeah, the Koreans really like their Lightning Breath, don't they?
Yep, and they are able to finally get Johanna with a 4-man gank. Finally able to finish the job up there. As the push continues into the top lane. Dulal has been getting great scouting here. And there it is. You called it earlier. Falling Sword for Johanna.
And go for the throat. So they're not trying to YOLO the bullet out. They're actually trying to capitalize on Tigers. And we get the drill? What
is this build?
That is like weird. I mean, first of all, the level 7 alone was already a little bit strange, but I was like, okay, why not? But if you go drill, then you might as well go for In the Rhythm. And also, this is Infernal Shrines. Yeah. Your Odin is so good when you're trying to go for the objective. He also died at the bot lane. We had Leo dive deep for this one. Didn't even have to use his ult, but that's a weird setup here.
Falling Sword hits no one, but Dulal is able to keep Diablo alive. Capybara, though, caught in the anti-heal to prevent follow-up. Taunt is good as Garrosh sets up the double kill.
Yeah, nicely done. 2 kills, and off we go. Yeah, but definitely a couple of things that are very, very different as we're looking into these A games. So drill, first of all, I mean, I'm sorry, but I call that a fail. That's a fail right there. On this map, on another map, I would say like, okay, go for it, try a different style, it's fine. But going for drill on Infernal Shrines when you could just Odin up when you have 20 points on the objective, that's you just not thinking clearly of what you're trying to accomplish here. So they might win the game, I don't know, but that is definitely not a good choice here. Other things that are quite different when you're talking about the different regions is we have not seen, I believe, an Apocalypse today. At least it's the second time now that we have Lightning Breath. And that is a little bit strange if you're considering what's played in the West at least, especially with an Entomb. If you follow that up with a good APOC, you can do so much work. Granted, you can technically do that also with the Lightning Breath.
Yeah, easy bake oven.
For the position holding, I mean, I guess we've seen it on Europe a bit as well, if you're playing on this map here. But either way, big fight coming in. Leo already ghosting out as the ult comes in from Diablo. And the good thing, of course, of Lightning Breath, the one thing that really works here, if you use it on the objective, you can burn down those minions quickly. So if that's really your concern, then it helps you on both ends.
That laser getting some serious value, almost doing 1/10 of a health worth of damage on Tassadar. Wailing Arrow is really good onto the backline, shuts down Garrosh from any counter engages as Dren drains the backline. Good damage from Tass Jackpot dives deep for the kill and looks for a second, but is forced to back up due to strangling vines. Johanna down as well. It's the tanks who are dying the quickest here. Good electric fence, and that's a kill.
Yeah, that's a kill, and they're looking for more. They're doing a fantastic job, and they're pushed past the fort now, so they can take this one too. So yeah, great job by them. The initial kill against Garrosh, they follow it up with Johanna. Then they get the follow-up kill against Malfurion, thanks to the fence. And, well, now we're looking at Dibbles taking the fort down, while the rest of the team is already going for the Frozen Punisher. Strong setup here. 6 kills to 4, and they can even push now the middle out. Interestingly enough, it's Tassadar who rotates around.
Yeah, he has the wave clear. He has Scion Fusion and Psionic Echo, so if another hero shows up, gonna get some really solid wave clear here. Punisher just punches the fort 2 times and it dies. Mid lane is also looking pretty paper, and there's also a free bonus in it. It's Johanna. The Iron Skin is used. Falling Sword, burn to escape.
Yeah, they take the fort in the middle. I'm a bit confused by the decision to not push at all with the Punisher. They could have opened up the wall,
Yeah.
and the fort in the middle was foregone conclusion anyway. So that's a bit strange to me. But again, they took the fort down at the top, they took the one in the middle, fair enough. But I honestly think they could have done a bit more at the top lane. If you just open the wall up, it makes it easier for the catapults later to apply pressure. And top lane is also where we have those shaman camps coming in. So they play a little bit less aggressive than I expected them to. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing by any means. I mean, they're close to 16, so maybe they just want to play it super safe here and play around the talent advantage, which is absolutely okay. But now they're still taking a fight over here. Jojo is top lane though, and they know. But Leo is also missing as he's still sitting in the middle.
There's a charge into Tassadar's Force Wall, but Diablo not in the best position. Burns Lightning Breath to grant him unstoppable, to prevent him being the counter-engage for Garrosh. As such though, the Archon able to continue and finish the siege of bot lane. The last fort will fall.
Yep, 2-level lead, 6 kills to 4, and we have, of course, the cooldown reduction on the Dragon Queen for Alexstrasza now. Yeah, her objective value here is going to be extremely strong. Again, it's one of the this is one of the reasons, by the way, why on the North American side of HGC, we for a time had a meta on Infernal Shrines where they drafted both Alexstrasza and Tigers into the same team, because the thought process was that once you're fighting over the objective, you can burn the Dragon Queen and Odin both to pretty much secure yourself a guaranteed Punisher. And Alexstrasza has now still that option, whereas because Tigers went drill, the red team can't make that play. And that's a huge disadvantage when we're talking objective fight.
But Drill offers so much value on the Shrine Khaldor.
Nope.
Look at all that clear speed.
You just got a nope, and a wrong, and a 999.
Gonna see the camp attempting to be stolen. Very aggressive play from Mushroom RPG here. And yeah, that's going to be the big back away from Yangvengers, not wanting to take that fight at all.
Yeah. Alright, they are still pushing bot lane a little bit. The entire map is blue, by the way. Every single camp is taken by them.
Yep.
Entire map. What's the damage actually at now? 27,000 for Tigers. He's the top damage dealer for his team. Oh, there's another jump out. And the Entomb,
no.
baby! Yep!
Oh, no. Wait, what?
Mit
What the
Ansage.
hell happened to Diablo?
There's
we
the
see
kill.
Leoric thrown in.
Leo. He gets away, okay. Yeah, that's...
What the hell just happened to Diablo?
I don't know. He's an
He just
adventurer.
tackled Johanna, and then just went straight through the Entomb to the other side, just through Johanna.
He's too fat, there wasn't enough space.
I guess.
His ego is too big, there wasn't enough space for the two of them in there.
Wow. Well, cool. Objective being taken by the side of Mushroom RPG. They're in full control right now. A 2.5 level lead for them. So they were able to just steal the mercenary. Leoric's just soloing the objective. And this might end up being a keep.
Yeah, definitely could be. I mean, the wall is already damaged. It's 16 versus 19, at least even talents. So there's that. But, yeah. Some of these builds are wild.
Yeah.
And mushrooms, they are honestly in a bit of a dominant position. There's a couple of adjustments where I really thought, okay, let's see where this goes. Especially the Johanna main tank side lane situation that we had. A couple of other choices they made. Oh wow, she actually goes in. They want the fight before the 20 talent kicks in. Yeah, and Sylvanas and Leo are both missing, so why not? They're forcing the 5 versus 3 and they're killing him. Lifebinder was too late. So that's a kill against Diablo. They're going for Alexstrasza. She's dead too. Picked the 20, but still that didn't help her. And goodbye, Tassadar. Yeah, that's how you set up a triple kill and go for a comeback. Nicely done.
That will do it. They're able to get themselves back into the game. Level 20s, like you said, were picked. We see Buried Alive for Leoric in case they went for the counter engage, which looks like they might want to do. They're Wailing Arrow. Goodbye, Tychus. Didn't stand a chance.
Jeez.
And we still have Entomb. They might be able to get Malfurion will back away. They have double Bolt Spot of the Storm and Hellgate, and Blessings of the Red coming in for the currently deceased Alexstrasza.
They're playing in 3 versus 4 and they're actually taking this. Sylvana's coming in and it's just like, oh fuck it, I'll do it alone. Comes in with the solo kill and they take the keep. Like, what the hell? Nice.
Yeah, They've got more Force Walls now, so they can just back away, and they now have full control over the fights. It's what we saw in game number 1. This Force Wall style, seemingly Korean style of playing Tassadar, is online.
I mean, to be honest, why not attack with those 3 heroes? They literally have a blink on both Sylvanas and on Diablo, and Leo can simply Wraith walk out. So even if they get attacked, they can just always retreat.
They had the freedom. They had full freedom to do whatever they wanted there. As we do see the Punisher is cleaned up, but the keep is down. Sylv thinking about another 1v1 with the win, looking for Garrosh. He drops the taunt, but the electric fence slows him down. Entomb with Buried Alive, only catching Garrosh, but that's enough for Diablo as he picks up the kill.
Lifebinder and the Malfurion kill. They go for Greymane. It's another triple, and they can go for core from here on out. Nicely done. Well played. 11 kills to 7. The Yangvengers, they still don't have the level 20. Yeah, here comes the drill, there goes the drill, and that's the end of Tigers. And, well, that is game. The Mushrooms with a very dominant performance here on our first map, Infernal Shrines, in this best of 3 series. Great job by them, really nicely done, well played, and yeah, dominant victory. Didn't even lose a fort throughout the entire game as they take the core down and take the lead in the best of 3. GG, and well played, the Mushrooms with a 1-0. Party time! The Mushrooms, ladies and gentlemen, against the Yangvengers on Volskaya Foundry. And game number 1, a little bit of a dominant performance by the Mushrooms. And a couple of weird choices by the Yangvengers. So we'll see what happens in the second map, what kind of draft we're going for this time. And also what talent choices they go for here. But first map, especially in the late game, didn't really go well for them, so they need to change things a little bit if they want to make it to the third map.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a shiitake time, so they really need to turn this around in game number 2, as they do get first pick and first ban, though,
but
so see if they can make a
If
comeback.
they win 2 in a row now, they will crown themselves the Champignons.
Oh, that's good.
I had to counter the shiitake with something.
Oh, no, that was superb, I love it.
Okay.
Oh, man, but how long have you been keeping that one close to your chestnut?
The Chromie ban, and Ana gets eliminated too, so no Nana boost for this one. Do we get a Gazlo? What do you think?
I mean, I'd personally like to see it banned. It's really strong right now, but we don't know if there are Gazlo players on the team. I'd say yes, and if we do, it should be the Mushrooms banning it. There goes Diva, one of the heroes who can at least hold versus Gazlo. So yeah, I think if we do see it, it should be banned right now. If not, then yeah, it could probably be picked up.
It didn't really feel in the first game as if any of the teams wanted to go for it, but well, maybe now. First pick still goes over to the Yangvengers, and they really love to ban their supports, don't they? First map, I mean, pretty much every match so far had a very high ban priority on supports compared to the West. So we got the Stukov ban, especially Stukov. Stukov is not a hero that gets banned a whole lot in the Western Heroes of the Storm matches.
Yeah, there was a big surge of it being banned in NA, but the fact is that was because of Hyde playing on the NA server, so it jumped up there quite a bit.
All right, Jimmy again.
Yeah.
And yes, this draft reminds me of something.
Yeah, it's very familiar.
Diablo gets taken once more. Yeah, they like the Diablo plays here. And what's the follow-up, though?
Tassadar again. It's still good for the area. It seems to work. If not, Malfurion. That's fair. Steal that away this time. Dulal picking that up, preventing it from being played on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah, Diablo very, very high priority for the Mushrooms in particular. I mean, it's a very good example of differences in meta, as we've been talking about quite a bit. So that is a hero that pops up over in the Korean tournament, as you can tell right now, a lot more than you see him in Europe. I mean, it's not like it's not played in Europe or anything, but definitely not with the priority that we see here. Same goes for Muradin. Muradin pops up a bit more lately on the North American side, but the amount of games that we now seen in Korea with this is kind of surprising considering the other tanks that are still up. But Deckard Cain is in. Deathwing gets actually banned out this time. Okay. And, well, with Muradin... Okay, Junkrat first of all. Gets also... I still want to see a Medivh at some point. This is still something that is a bit strange to me, that we haven't seen a single Medivh today yet.
I would like that. I'd like that a lot, because... I mean, this is Crow's team, who I assume is just renamed in this game to something else. So Crow would be the perfect player to play Medivh, but in this case, doesn't seem to be the case too far. Although, Diablo's on the board, the Diablo-Medivh is always a classic combo. They pick up Imperious and Kale fast. That is a very burst-heavy team.
Yeah. That's a salami master himself is in the house. There's a lot of CC, by the way. There's a shit ton of CC. You don't have enough medallion to dodge all of that. Gravity Labs, the lunge, the Malfurion laying down the lawn, and then, of course, also Dibbles with his stuns. That's a ton.
Mephisto. I like it. Percentage damage potentially later on. Spamming at spamming damage. And Jen makes it in again. I think we're just getting a good witness of Korean meta here.
Now, if he goes for Triple Panda, he might have a problem, because that's, as I said, that's a lot of interrupts. If you get interrupted at the wrong time, that's a dead panda right there. We could see some top cake players, of course. But let's see what Jackpot is going to go for. He's the last one. And then we can head into our second game in this best of 3 series. And last but not least, it is Sylvanas.
Yeah, that's fair. It looked like he was playing a completely different game to everyone else in the last one. Everyone else is playing a MOBA. He's playing a farming simulator. Where you and the enemy team is the crops, so it's fair to bring that back. He really did dominate. As much as I would have loved to see Medivh Kael'thas doesn't sound like the best damage combo together. Even with the Portal Bella mushrooms, they could have actually gone for hard engages, but instead played a little bit safer with a more sensible damage dealer.
Game number 2 in our best of 3 series. The mushrooms are ahead. We're going up against the Yangvengers once more. Dren on Imperious. We got Dula on Malfurion. Jackpot on Sylvanas. Kappa Bala on Diablo. And Praise the Sun on Kael'thas. With Reyna, Muradin, Mephisto, Chen, and Deckard Cain on the other side. The old man going for the field study over here. And we have again the Perfect Storm plus the Exterminator from Muradin and Jimmy. Alright, let's see if this lineup is going to fare a bit better for the Yangvengers, or if it's an easy 2-0 victory for Team Mushrooms.
Field Study immediately gives away that this is a Ruby game, so they are going to be planning to go a bit aggressive, and that makes sense for Chen and Muradin. Consuming Flame for Imperious. This is a solid solo lane talent if you want to be a bit of a jeweler. We do see the wave cleaned out very fast here by Mushroom RPG, and Mephisto was a mimic there, so he is able to return to his original spot as Medallion has to be used by Chen.
Yeah, first one to burn the cooldown. We're gonna back up in 5 minutes, but now we have Chen against Imperious at the bottom of the map. It's actually kind of interesting also that we didn't see a whole lot of Imperious just yet in this tournament. I mean, again, it's always the first round, so once we're heading into the semis, and especially when we're seeing Team TAT again, things will likely change. But still kind of noteworthy. There's definitely very different priorities that we have. Also, nobody... Okay, red team is making their way towards the camp down here. I'm a little bit... Okay, blue team rotates a bit there. Again, not really the most crisp rotations towards the turrets, but again in time, just a couple of seconds late, but nothing too crazy. Both of them are making a play for the turret camp first. Muradin has kept an eye on the top in the meantime to make sure that nobody takes the healing beacon away while nobody's watching, so pretty solid normal start into the game.
Yeah, there's nothing hyper aggressive, no early kills. It's just both teams farming, trying to catch each other out when they can. We finally see a gank attempt going to come onto Chen. Jackpot and Dren trying to race it down. Good stun from Capybara, but it's not enough. Great Medallion from Dren. Medallion having to be used, though, due to the fact they were unable to get that kill.
I still gotta say that the white tint on the Chen skin is just better. I mean, maybe when you're playing on the red team, it's different, but yeah. I don't know. The white team is just cool.
I'm always been a fan of the purple old master skin was always my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, that just doesn't do it for me. I really like the War Master in general, and then the white one, the white and black combo. That's kind of cool. Because, you know, it's a panda, white and black.
Exactly. The War Master also just has really cool ascents, which I think is good.
Yeah.
Rude with Strangling Vines, but it's Muradin, it has 1,000,000 health and not going to die yet.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool if they could get the kill there. Would also be good timing. Might allow them to go for the healing beacon, but yeah, not so much. Nobody is actually making
auto
move for
attacks,
it.
not enough.
Same build also on Khaldor that we have on Europe. Mainly I'm talking about Netherwind on level 4. It's always surprising how, especially on the amateur scene, Netherwind just doesn't get picked. It's kind of crazy to me. They always go for the blue one instead, so it's just like, yeah, it's weird. So I like that. And Sledgehammer. They really love their Sledgehammer, don't they?
They really do. It's good wave clear, and I understood it with the Junkrat because it really does just one-hit Riptire. But in this case, what are you going to kill? The Broccoli, which isn't being picked? The tower? I guess that's what they're aiming at here. I guess it kills the little turrets as well.
They're trying to get a kill against Jen. Team isn't quite ready for it though. And they give up the position on the objective as Muradin is still holding the line there. Has to go up against Jackpot though. And, well, Jackpot already found himself a bit of a reputation in game number 1. With that little solo kill action that he had going for himself several times there. Now level 7 talents are kicking in for both teams. That's of course the idea behind the entire exercise. Heavy Impact is ready. Do you remember when that shit actually stunned?
Oh, I do. That was a rough time. That was too much. Speaking of stuns, Diablo goes in, Capybara looking for the kill onto Muradin, but Muradin too tanky with Flash of Anger. Dren goes in, no percentage damage on level 1 though, due to the fact he went for Consuming Flame. And as such, not enough burst damage to kill off the Chen even after this engage. Again, another engage, but this time they do get Raider.
Yeah, first kill in the game. Team Mushrooms, they take it here. Yeah, and with the first objective, if they can lock it in, they could do a whole lot of work here. Especially, of course, towards the second objective up at the top. Quest is also completed for Diablo in the meantime, so he would come back if he dies here. It's like one of those weird things. On the one hand, you want to complete the quest, of course, as quickly as you can. On the other hand, this is not a moment where you want to die as Diablo and then lose the stacks, because it's literally just worth it for you to... the death timers are so short that it's just better for you to die before you have it completed at this point.
Seeing the overtime being held 99 to 77. Capybara looks for Muradin and heal, and that's a good charge by Dren to set up that kill. Counterfell doing as best they can to try and deal enough damage to zone everyone away. With that, by the way, Static Barrier and Furious Spark. Way off the build we would see in Europe here. Just trying to do some burst damage in that little bit of shield so that they can go for hard engages and not just die to Kael'thas.
Gate is already getting destroyed here. I mean, thanks to his Sledgehammer pick, he's now a bit quicker also on getting the stacks together. I am still very torn on these Muradin picks in general. And also, if you go for Muradin, personally, I'm still a fan of just like the healing static synergy with the level 4 talent, so I don't know. But again, it would not be my priority pick, given the amount of tanks that were still available in the setup. There's just way better and more useful tanks on offer. But let's see if they can maybe do something with it. So far, Muradins in the last few weeks didn't really have a good track record, so we'll see.
I've always been a fan of Reverberation. Heroic cooldown reduction to get consistent avatars basically makes you almost impossible to kill. And the attack speed slow against the Sylvanas would be pretty reasonable here. But he is not going to go for it this time. Like we said, it is going to be the... it is going to instead be the
top
barrel.
Keck plays, baby!
Finally.
There we go. Kecking it up a little bit. I like it. We also have Pyroblast, by the way. Yes. Pyroblast is in, so they can try to get the kill with that. So far, it's not really a kill-heavy game. It's 2-0, and they're actually going for the camp. They want to go for it here. Okay, Mephisto is looking at the old 2, and red team is a little bit split here, but they're going for the item. They nearly grab it. Muradin is eating some damage. Malfurion is trying to keep everybody alive. And is doing a decent job on that, and it's actually a kill against Reyna. Nice ult there from Kael'thas. He gets a second kill as a follow-up. That Pyroblast value right there. Jimmy thought he was safe, but
Turnaround attempt from Chen, trying to chase down Capybara. Chen has to use the barrel again, but sniped with the living bomb. Dren back it away. He was able to flash of anger to kill off the Muradin.
Yeah.
And another one fight going over to Mushroom RPG. And as such, they are 5-0 right now in terms of kills.
Yeah, I mean, the Chen play went really quickly from a top keg into a keg W. But now that we have the kill on the Panda, he's back. But of course, it's a freebie on the top side as they're going straight in for the healing beacon. Very good control here from Mushrooms. They are looking fantastic in this game. Not that the red team can't come back here, but it's definitely going to be difficult. They're now any second a talent behind even, so it's going to be tricky.
Yep, there's that 13. Like you said, cruelty online for Diablo, making it even harder for heroes to escape. The Divine Rage for the Imperius. It gives him extra tankiness, better dueling potential, helps set up for that flash of anger. Revitalized, coming in for Malfurion, giving himself a little bit of mana sustain.
Yep. Also, mid lane, fight. We go for Dibbles. Diablo is down. Lets the item still on the ground here, and it gets picked up. There's a lot of confidence that they would win the fight, or at least retake the position after he goes down.
Yeah, they dropped the turret for that instead of just giving it to Dren or Praise the Sun. Great Netherwind there to prevent the dive of Chen. Nicely done by Kael'thas. But yeah, finally a kill on the board. Here comes the barrel. Medallion says absolutely not, though. Good job by Dulal.
Honestly, that's one more reason to hate Medallion. That you can actually counter the keg with it. The top keg is so top that you should not be able to Medallion out of that shit. This is like, that's just not okay.
Oh dear, we see the wave clear onto top lane. Bronzebeard Rage, the go-to talent these days for Muradin. Shard of Hate. Already taking a lot of damage. Capybara, the Banshee, just got lifted up by Netherwind.
How does that work?
Mechanic. Oh no, I've been lifted into the air in my flying machine as we see Raider backing away. Dread is looking for kills here. Here comes Chen in the backline. 2 seconds till barrel. Can he find the engage? He's gonna try and trap Cappy, who just drops the lightning breath and just ignores it.
The Panda's in trouble. The Panda is actually getting out. Oh, that is not gonna kill him.
Give him a drink.
Drink?
Give him a drink.
Drink! Oh, no! No! He could have saved himself there. Oh, that was just unfortunate. Right there, the opportunity. Muradin is lost on the map. He is completely on the wrong side here. Yeah, he needs a good navigation system or something. That's not where you want to go, my friend. Triple kill for them. But yeah, there, let's take another look. That's a kill. He would have just taken the potion before. He might have had a chance there. But nope, 8 kills to 1. And of course, another objective looming on the horizon for the Mushrooms.
The dehydrated man in the desert, crawling through, but he misses the cactus that could be his salvation due to the fact that he's too busy looking at the vultures that will be his death, as we see level 16 coming in for...
Very poetic.
Thank you very much. We see level 16 coming in for the Mushrooms. Sylvana's life drain again. It seems to be the build she has gone for both times as jackpot. And there's Melting Touch. This is just going to be so high on the kill potential here for Imperius now. That armor reduction sets up for the Ignite of Kael'thas. Domination, the standard for Diablo. It's all pretty normal talent-wise here.
It's just such a big lead already. They still have it at the top. It's just like, let's go for the item. There is a camp on the map. Take the camp. Can someone... Are they memeing at this point? You know you're still losing time. You realize that, guys, right? Okay.
Yeah, all right. They're getting in. They're getting in. All right.
This is like they're sitting in voice and I was like, I think we forgot about something. There was like, was there something that we wanted to do? It's like, yeah, take the bloody objective.
Do you remember when they just hard nerfed the Protector because it was too snowbally? To the point where people would literally grab the Protector and then just ditch it in their own base so the enemy team couldn't have it, and that was it.
Yeah. Well, for now, there's the attack.
Really?
Diablo is fully stacked. Fort is down. That's 2 forts already eliminated, and still no level 16 talent for the opposition. Take the fountain down. So far so good, and of course now try to take the bot lane, take the fountain there. I feel sorry for Chen. I honestly feel sorry for him. It's like he's kegging around the entire time, and then it's just like medallion, unstoppable, bam. It's just like, yeah, it's sad. It's sad. It's a sad panda right there.
Guys, I got them, Haunting Wave. Guys, I got them, Medallion. Guys, I got them. Praise the Sun getting donked, but he will survive with the healing of Malfurion. Here comes the turnaround onto Raider, who is absolutely deleted. Chen not even here for this one. Avatar will save Muradin. Can they get a turnaround? Praise the Sun being hard engaged on again. Gets off the heal, and Pyroblast. Oh,
that's a kill. Oh,
heal. No! Ooh.
Oh, that's sad.
Look what happens when you drink the potions.
Exactly. Yeah, he gets the potion and he actually survives. Okay, so now we have our level 16 at least in. Fort is down, so is the fountain. I mean, again, the situation that we're talking about is the third objective at the bot lane. Now that there's no fountain available on the lane anymore for the Yangvengers, they know that they're going to be in trouble here. And the bigger issue is that they are starting to fall behind in items even more. And on top of that, we have a chance for level 20 talent over objective number 3. The Pandas, by the way, like really optimistic here. That's a very, very optimistic play that he's going for. He might be in trouble. Jackpot wants him, but the real fight is happening up at the top where Dibbles gets locked down for just a second together with Imperius. And Diablo might just fall here. Yeah, takes him 2 hours, but he's dead, and so is Imperius.
They get Dren. Praise the Sun does not land his Netherwind. Chen goes down to Jackpot, though, who's just 1v1ing at this point. And it looks like Praise the Sun will escape. Now, can Jackpot get out? Does he need to?
What do you mean?
Will he just kill everyone? Yes.
What do you mean, does he get out? The question is, can they get away from Jackpot? Tensha, please, you're asking the wrong questions here.
Counterfelt absolutely destroyed. What the hell? Jackpot! Counterfelt gets away. Can Muradin? Yes, he has to Dwarf Toss, but he gets out. So yeah, Jackpot 1v1s in. Oh my god, are you serious? No way!
Oh, fuck me, that kid is good.
He's pretty decent,
okay.
yo!
Alright, I have to show this one too. Like, yeah, I hope that I caught it. Yep, so, no, unfortunately, we only have one. Again, it doesn't matter, this one was great too. Oh, beautiful, beautiful setups over here.
Unbelievable. This is the power. This is a player who qualified through Open Division in the Crucible for HGC Korea with Trog is best. Muradin focused down. Here comes the Lightning Breath. Has to cancel it because he's dying to the fort. But there's the Black Arrows to disable it. Keep will be focused down. But yeah, this is a player who would have been in HGC 2019, but they're getting to show their strength here as they turn it round. Chen is eaten here with festering wounds. Jackpot picks up the kills. He dives deep. He bolts for second. Can't find it. But the living bomb is killing everyone else. They haven't killed the keep, and Kael'thas is dying to it.
What an ass kicking.
There we go.
Jesus, these guys won't be able to sit for a week if this continues like this. 20 versus 18, and they're just like, let's go core. So, I'm not sure if they can, but objectives, by the way, is still up. Could still go for the objective. So, I'm just saying.
Jackpot's insane. This hero might just have to be banned just due to sheer incredible skill. I mean, from this hero,
I can already see it coming. You know, next team does the research, comes into the semis, and says like, all right, we monitored everything. We ban the Sylvanas, and then he comes in, picks Tracer or Zeratul or something, you know, and it gets even more insane.
It's something else.
Just like, you guys don't understand. I was going easy on them.
These are my weighted training clothes as he picks up a turret for extra burst.
Damn. Yeah, again, it's kind of awesome because we talked about this earlier in the first series of the day. You can really see with a lot of the plays the difference of playing on your home server. Since lately we had a lot of these games happening on the North American server where the European players play with ping, the Korean players play with ping, and just some of the plays that have been made today showcase what you can pull off if you have more or less these insta reactions, because you have very little input delay, if any.
Absolutely. It's so insane as we do see the push into the bottom lane. Looking to make something happen, maybe grab a keep, a second one here. Make their way forward. can't find Felt this time.
By the way,
That's
decent stacks for Muradin on his level 1. I mean, again,
oh jeez.
aided,
Holy crap.
aided of course by the Sledgehammer pick, but still, in these brawls that we had, he was able to land a lot of those. Now he has Rewind on top of that. We actually have Jimmy with the Duskwing over here. But still, pretty solid setup, and his damage output, he's at 28,000 right now. Again, it's nothing too insane, but it's definitely noteworthy. That's something that he can build on and maybe burn things like the Protector down a little bit. The problem is really just they're getting manhandled right now. It's rough.
They're getting focused down pretty hard. Protector moves its way for the keep, trying to set up for a potential end game here if they can find some kills. Keep is disabled by Sylvanas. They still have a rocket punch, which is actually used to knock away Mephisto. Diablo has to burn Medallion though, as that was a pretty good barrel this time. Durance finally lands, but they just swap him into the Protector! Are you serious? As we see the Tranquility coming out for the heals.
Yeah, and Jackpot, he's getting ready. Tranquility is in, and Jackpot is just sitting tight. He's like, leave some for me. They take the keep down. The second one. And Jackpot is getting ready for the 1v5, but apparently the shot caller is telling him to go back and allow the rest of the team to help. That's gonna be a kill. Crispy Jimmy. Oh yeah, he is dead.
They're looking for Chen. Jackpot, not enough damage yet. He's that haunting wave up, dives in, disables the keep, needs to back away though, stunned out by Muradin, rocket punch from the core, but the roots from Malfury and Dulal as they chase down Muradin, snipe him away with the Pyroblast. In the meantime, Imperius and Chen are just 1v1ing while the core dies.
Yeah, core's losing shields. Sylvana's like, where is everybody? He's pushing through the top, escorting catapults towards the core. And Jackpot is just like going solo on everyone now. There's another kill against Deckard Kane. They want to go for the entire wipe here. And Jackpot is eliminating everything. He's leading in damage against heroes. He's leading in siege damage. Yeah, I mean, you're fanboying a bit hard here, but that kid is really just putting on a show here.
Yeah, we finally see Diablo go down. The core is dying. Mephisto is alive! Counterfell just maybe saved the game here. The greed of going for kills instead of ending the game is backfiring. Jackpot goes down. Chen drinks his problems away. And we see them still in it. They are alive.
The game's over. Jackpot actually died, so game's over. I'm sorry to say, but we are going into game 3, which I'm totally okay with. No, I mean kidding. So we have at this point 2 on the map still, but yeah, they held on for just a bit longer, and now we have 20 on both sides. We have 70 kills to 7. 2 keeps are of course down. That's a problem. The core is at 61%, and they are taking the items again on the map. But yeah, we have a bit of a longer game. So another fight coming up here. But yeah, they're just brawling. I mean, these guys are having tons of fun now. But then again, Yangvengers, you know, if they can take the next objective, we're now 20 minutes into the game, you can get a lot of momentum with that. Scaling into the late game, if you have a couple of good fights there, you can definitely turn this. So the blue team, as much fun as they had here, and as much as some of their players are popping off, they need to be careful that they're not too cocky here, because that could backfire quickly.
It really could. Like we said, with that level 20 available, we've got perfect gems down for Deckard. Ruby and Emerald spams for days. Can give them a huge amount of problem. That Mimic, we saw it in that last fight, means Mephisto not only has great kill potential, but also great race if they are able to get to the core. They actually tried to go in for Jackpot here. Chen diving deep. Muradin zoning out the backline. They managed to split the team in half here. Can they make anything out of this?
By the way, Mephisto has also overtaken Sylvanas in damage now. He's sitting at 104,000, so yeah, that late game damage from him really helping him here. Alright, they're setting this up already in the middle. The fight is about to happen over the control point. And the blue team has taken the position quite quickly. Only one that hasn't died in this game is Khaldor, by the way.
Oh wow, good on it. Good for him.
Yeah.
But what you're saying is he should have gone Convection.
Not really.
Durance back up in 24 seconds. It was used a little bit early to try and pick a kill. Did not find it, meaning they will just be zoned out for a little bit. Let's give some time to clear out their lanes. Chen gonna deep-push bot lane, give him some freedom. Jackpot is literally just hunting anyone who overextends at this point.
Jackpot is just trying to set the flank up. He's going for the Sylvanas
Yeah.
flank. It's happening. 1v5. Let's go. And in the middle, this is where the real battle now happens. So they have to engage, and they're doing it. And so, no, Jackpot goes core. Jackpot goes core. He's just like, fuck the team fight. I'm on the core, baby.
Yeah. He has one catapult with him.
Yep. Jumps out, escorts the catapult in, fight over here is happening, and the entire red team is starting to chase Sylvanas.
Uh-oh. Can he get out? Haunting Wave. Oh, it was a bait. It wasn't real. He has bolts. His team is coming. Praise the sun is very far up. Bolt is used, and Jackpot escapes.
Yeah, Jackpot escapes, and they have 59% over here. They bait them back, and the catapult is still going strong, trying to take the shields down.
Yeah, they had to move off the point for that. Shed is going to clear up the catapult. He has a couple seconds because 70%. They charge Muradin. They don't land the Netherwind though.
Fucking Jackpot goes for the camp now. It's like items.
Thanks for saving me, team. I'm going to go back to my single-player PvE farm game now. So we see the route. Medallion has to be burned from Capybara. Barrel to deny the Protector. Dren gets in it, though. And that's going to move straight to core now. Here comes Capybara looking for Decad Cane. Pyroblast on Mephisto. That's all the damage they had to defend this. And that's probably game here, Khaldor.
Yeah, Diablo. I think if he keeps Lightning Breath up a little bit longer, I might even be able to get the kill here. Chen is down, and that's 19-7. They're going in again, and what do we have? 114,000 for Mephisto. Yeah, are they going for the final keep as well? Jackpot is trying, gets nearly killed. Yeah, gets killed. Jimmy takes him down with a Duskwing, but the core is falling. The catapults are there. The shields are gone. The mushrooms, it's gonna be a 2-0 victory. They farm a few more kills, but the catapults alone will take this down eventually. Also, you would think. Punisher comes in, the Protector comes in, and that is game, ladies and gentlemen. A 2-0 victory for the mushrooms against the Yangvengers as they move on to the semi-final.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.